What if Quinn and Eternal Envy are in the game? Then who's reporting who?
Oh, Jesus. That has happened far too often.
Fool, you've unlocked my trap card.
I don't have enough reports for all the players in this one game. Man, had to bring out another round of tangos. Rough life out here.
And the rough life is going to boost up Tomato. So maybe that's what can help this bottom lane. You destroy mid hard enough, you win it off the amp up for the Bloodseeker. I was looking for that rune, looking for the kill, but won't get there in time.
Yeah, if he got there 5 seconds earlier, he takes away the rune and zaps BZM, maybe even gets a kill.
I think mid and bottom are the two very volatile lanes in this matchup. I haven't talked about top too much just because I think Wraith King versus Furion up here, Yuragi probably should just free farm. There's not going to be much pressure going into him. It's just a matter of who gets more CS and levels up the lane.
Sure.
And then Kasane is going to be able to rotate, whereas Yuragi just has to kind of farm, get into that mid game in as strong a position he can. I would expect the Armlet Deso AC type build here. Go for the early objective taking with Veno with the zone control and Pango around the pit. That sounds pretty nice to me. And if you're Kasane, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get active on some of these other lanes. Even maybe just TP on BZM here is getting run down the river.
Being totally zoned out of lane. Once you go for the boundary rune, we'll be able to get it. Kasane returns back to top.
You got to be careful how far you step up here in this lane if you're Whitemon. You're a 280 MS wolf with no boots. You get slapped once and hit with that poison. This is like 90% of your HP. Ooh, nice little pause.
What's the minimum movement speed you can beat? 100? I think it's 100. So it means when he's hit by just Gale, he slows down to 140.
Look, why do you ask me all these mechanic questions? Do I look like Fog to you? No. That guy knows all the mechanics. I'm not here for the mechanics. I'm here.
What are you here for?
Actually, I don't really know.
The lore?
The lore? Did somebody say lore?
Nice gank if they can get it. Ryle. Oh, they can't actually commit. That is rough. Taiga may actually die for this. Whitemon not able to get the final hits in and didn't have the mana for Frostbite. That was the reason why.
A lot of early HP being bled off in these lanes. Gotta feel good if you're a Tomato running around down here 450, 500 MS. Always nice for Bloodseeker.
Taiga comes back again. This time does successfully get the kill.
This is going to be a rough Crystal Maiden game.
Yeah.
He is already 0-3. He's not going to get the boots. He's just going to get destroyed in these engagements. Food for the war machine that OG are constructing right now.
Who's what in the war machine? I guess you got your siege wagon. That would be the Venomancer.
We are all just cogs in a greater siege mechanics world.
Nice.
I was, of course, talking about the war machine of human despair, Cap, not an actual war machine. Don't have Pango.
Throw him away? That was weird.
I think they were expecting more people to be there.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. It's just level 5 Pango. I have Arcane Rune. Okay. Easy cleanup. And all of a sudden, Bryle is snowballing this game. Prioritizing him was correct because not only did you shut down Pango, who has been very pesky in a lot of the matches, you're accelerating a Storm versatile lineup with not a lot of insta lockdown. You have a Wraith Fire Blast, which is not reliable for Storm, and your best stun is probably Boundless Strike. You got to be able to catch him in these engagements if you're Taiga.
I also think Storm Spirit's really annoying for Venomancer.
Oh yeah, it's terrible for that hero.
Gap closed, just instantly, jumps on you, disables you. You could potentially get 100 to 0'd. Even if you get him with poison, can't really do that much to him.
There's not much you can do in that matchup outside of just tank up. Buy some fluffy hats, buy a pipe, spam some voice lines, and hope you force an overcommittal.
At least DM has some quality voice lines to be able to spam. Is BZM trying to get off the Rolling Thunder, going to be tossed back into the Frostbite and dead. Kasane shows up, and hey, Look at that. About a minute and a half to 2 minutes later than I would have expected. But of course, TSM showing up with 4 heroes in the mid lane, as is their MO.
The old quad lane mid. You know when they lost first game and got slapped in that 12 minutes, they had a big team talk. And you know Moon was like, hey, why don't we just do this to other people? Now they're doing it to OG. See if OG have a team talk about it at some point. We'll find Tomato on the return with the chase down. That's a pretty nice kill to get, but you lost your tier 1 mid. BZM has been killed twice, and he has been denied all the power runes here, as well as opportunities to use early Rolling Thunders. He hasn't gotten to interact at all in this game. Very rough start for BZM, who I feel like has been carrying OG in a lot of these games.
Yeah, yeah. And mid laners, you know, they're just built different. And by that, I mean they have supports that heavily rotate and secure power runes for them.
Ah, yes, the classic tri-lane mid build different.
You know, it's funny because I feel like the NA mid laners are usually the one to complain the most about like wanting the 1v1 element of
it is true.
mid lane.
All I've heard for years is every NA mid, bring back 1v1 mid. What's all this nonsense with water runes and refills? And then the second they take like 20 damage mid, they're like, keeping mid refill bottle, keeping mid refill bottle. Pick one. You can't have it both ways.
It's 5 minutes and 10 seconds. They're just spamming the clock. Guys, power rune's coming up. Guys.
These guys be out here telling you to refill their bottle before they even have it. Like, free TP mid, it's coming. It's coming.
Grab a bounty rune at like 4.5 minutes in. They're like, bro, I was going to get that.
Yeah, actually, that's literally happened to me.
Yes, I know. It happened to me too.
Tomato's just going to smack Taiga here. Taint?
Oh, Kasane. Oh, no. That's actually really bad. Kasane takes the last hit. I think maybe Tomato might have died anyway. That was a little bit too much for him overall.
Yeah,
but
after the move speed wears out.
Yeah.
He's just getting galed in. DM's rushing Atos here. Let's talk about the limited stuns for Storm. This is something that can help you versus Storm in those early engagements. Still tank you up at the same time through the crowns. And give a little more lockdown for an OG lineup that kind of wants help in gap closing.